Hello kids, in the last video we learned forests. Forests as an important natural resource, types of forests, importance of forests. Now we are going to see the types of forests. How many types of forests are there? Evergreen forests 1, deciduous forest 2, coniferous forest 3, and thorn and scrub forests. Thorn and scrub forests. This type, 4 types of forests are there. 4 types of forests in India. Now see, first one, evergreen forest. As the name suggests, evergreen forest look green all through the air. All through the year. This is because trees in this forest do not shed all their leaves at the same time. The trees are very tall and have hard wood. In India, evergreen forests are dense forests found in hot, wet regions as that receive a heavy rainfall. Evergreen forests are found on the slope of the Western Ghats in the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They are also present in the northeast states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura and West Bengal, as well as in the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands. Evergreen forest, as the name suggested, evergreen because these forests look green all through the year. Not a 1 month, 2 month, it look like a green color. These forests look green all through the year. All through the year. 12 months. They look green. This is because trees in this forest do not shed their leaves at the same time. The trees are very tall and have a hardwood. The trees in the evergreen forest, they are very tall and hardwood. Stem means this is the hardwood stems. Example of evergreen forest trees are ebony, mahogany, rosewood tree. Ebony, mahogany, rosewood trees. These are the trees named that grow in evergreen forests. Now we'll see. And these trees are where we found in evergreen forest, and these evergreen forest we see in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Evergreen forest found on the slope of the Western Ghat. Evergreen forest, where it is there? Slope of the Western Ghat. Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Evergreen forest found on the slope of the Western Ghat. Along with, we also see in the Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Tripura, West Bengal, as well as in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Now we are going to see the deciduous forests. Deciduous forests are called a monsoon forests. Deciduous trees shed their leaves every year. In India, deciduous forests are found in the foothill of the Himalayas and the Deccan Plateaus as well as the state of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Bihar. The main trees in the forests are teak, mahua, sal and shisham. Deciduous forests are also called monsoon forests. These forest trees shed their leaves every year. These trees shed their leaves every year. In India, deciduous forests found in the foothill of Himalaya. These forests found in the foothill of Himalaya, the Deccan Plateaus as well as Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar. The main trees in the forests are teak tree, sal tree, shisham tree. Okay, the deciduous forests found in the foothill of the Himalayas as the Deccan Plateaus as well as state Andhra Pradesh. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar. Understood, kids? Now we are going to see the next coniferous forests. Coniferous forests are mostly found on the slope of the Himalayas. Tall cone-shaped trees with the needle-shaped leaves are found along the higher slope of the mountain. Their wood is soft pine, deodar, spruce, and the fir are the coniferous trees. Coniferous trees are mostly found on the slope of the Himalayas. Coniferous forests are found on the slope of the Himalayas. Look here, it is the coniferous forests. And these forest trees are pine tree, deodar tree, spruce tree, fir tree, and these all trees are cone-shaped and with a needle-shaped leaves. The trees are cone-shaped with a needle-shaped leaves. Now you see thorny and scrub forests. Thorny and the scrub forests. Thorny and scrub forests are mostly found in and around the dry desert area of Gujarat, Rajasthan, part of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, part of the Deccan Plateaus. We find mostly bushes growing in such forests. The trees along a road, a thick bark, sharp and small thorns, and can survive on a very little water for a long time. Thorny and scrub forests have mostly bubble, kicker, and the date palms. Thorny and scrub forests have bubble trees, kicker trees, and date palm trees. These trees have long roots, a thick bark, and sharp and small thorns, and can survive in very little water for a long time. These trees survive. This tree can survive very little water for a long time. Thorny forests. Thorny and the scrub forests are mostly found in the Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Deccan Plateaus. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and some part of the Deccan Plateaus. Now see deforestation. Now we are going to learn deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is the permanent destruction of forest and the forest areas to make the land available for the other use. Many a time man destroy forest land to construct up factories, building, etc. in its place. This is not only destroy the plant life there but also animals' life that depends on it. Deforestation means destruction, permanently remove the trees from their place. Deforestation is the permanent destruction of the forest, trees and the forest area make to the land available for other uses. Many times man destroy forest land to construct factories, buildings, apartments. For so many uses, so many purpose, man destroys forests. This is not only destroy the plant life there but also life of the birds, animals, insects. He destroy the animal life that depend on that forest. Deforestation also lead to the increased carbon dioxide level in atmosphere, soil erosion, natural disasters such as a flood, landslides due to the climatic change. Furthermore, destruction of the forest means a loss of habitat for animals and the plant life. This deforestation also lead to increase the carbon dioxide in atmosphere. When the carbon dioxide increase the atmosphere, automatically temperature, heat also increase in the atmosphere. Heat level increase. Along with soil erosion, natural disasters such as a flood, landslides due to climatic changes. Further destruction of forest means loss of habitat for animals and plant life. Now, hot questions. What is a global warming? Global warming. These answer I'll explain and give you in the exercise when you solve the exercise. Okay. Now see. Conservation of forests. Forests are renewable resources. A lot of forests and the forest area are being cut mainly because of increasing populations. However, the government is taking active steps to protect our forests and the wildlife that depend on them. Conservation of forests and wildlife goes hand in hand. The government has built many zoos, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries to protect and endangered species of animals. Conservation of forest. Forests are renewable resources. A lot of forests and forest areas are being cut mainly because of increasing populations. Lots of forests cut mainly because of increasing populations. However, the government is taking an active step to protect our forest and wildlife that depend on them, that the animals depend on for their forest. Conservation of forest and wildlife goes hand in hand. The government has built many zoos. The government built many zoos, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries to protect endangered species of animals. Understood, kids? It is the Jim Corbett National Park. Some well-known national parks and the wildlife sanctuaries are the Jim Corbett National Park in the Uttaranchal and the Kaziranga National Park in Assam. Government established some parks, set up some parks for wild animal. Jim Corbett National Park in Uttaranchal and the Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Gir Sanctuary in Gujarat, Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala, Chilika Bird Sanctuary in Odisha, and the Sariska Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan. These all active steps for protect the wild animals. Government took these all active steps to protect the wild life. Conservation of forests and wild goes hand in hand. The government has built many zoos, national park, wildlife sanctuaries to protect endangered species of animals such as Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Gir Sanctuary in Gujarat, Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala, Chilika Bird Sanctuary in Odisha. The Chipko movement has set an example in forest conservation when the villagers in the Uttarakhand protested against the deforestation of the terai forests simply by hugging the trees. That is why this movement is called the Chipko to hug movement. The movement was started by Gaura Devi with the help of local village women folk. Chipko movement has set up an example in the forest conservation. When the villagers in the Uttarakhand protested against the deforestation of the terai forest simply by hugging the trees. That's why this movement is called Chipko, means hug. Chipko means to hug movement. The movement was started by Gaura Devi with the help of local village women folk. Now we'll see steps taken by government to protect and preserve our forest and wildlife. Steps taken by the government to protect and preserve our forest and wildlife. We are going to see what are the steps taken by the government to protect the wildlife and preserve the forests both. The government actively encourages planting the saplings in order to increase the green area in our country. Second is forests are looked after by protecting the trees from the parasites for fungi by chemical spraying. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries are a good method of the forest conservation since it ensures the regular maintenance of forests, proper use and utilize of forest products, ensure progress and the development of forests. Children are also taught the importance of forest conservation and the disadvantages of the deforestation. Government takes some steps to preserve and protect our forest and wildlife. Are forests looked after by protecting trees from parasites or fungi by chemical spraying. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries are a good method of the forest conservation since it ensures regular maintenance of the forests. The government actively encourages the planting of saplings in order to increase the greenery in our country, and proper utilization of the forest products. Proper use and utilization of the forest products ensure progress of the and development of the forests. Now last one, children also they are taken a step that one our country children also taught the importance of forest conservation and disadvantage of the deforestation. Understood, kids? These are some steps taken by the government to protect and to preserve our forest and their wildlife in that forest. Understood? Thank you for watching the video.